Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of a repot with me, and I'm also going to be doing the getting to know you hashtag. Liona from Linus Tropicals tagged me in this getting to know you hashtag questions, and I've been trying to find a good time to do it, and I'm gonna repot up a few things. I just filmed my prop box video, so I am going to pot up a few things that are in that prop box so I can make some more space in there to propagate some more stuff. And they're ready anyways, and I want to be busy while doing these questions. And I also want to thank Liona for tagging me in this. I'm very excited to do this. I haven't really told you guys too much about myself, so I'm definitely excited to do that and pot up some plants. So let's get my gloves on and I will start the questions. So first things first, it says introduce yourself. Well, my name's Lauren. My channel here is LaursLeaves. I am 28. I've been into this houseplant stuff since I was about 24. Growing up, I was really into being outdoors with my grandparents and my parents, planting and doing gardening things. So it kind of started at a young age. I work in corrections, so that's kind of interesting. I have lots of stories. And yeah, that's it. What hobbies do you have besides plants? One thing I really like to do is refurbish old furniture. I enjoy finding junk and finding a new purpose or a new life for it. So I do have a couple pieces in my house that were either given to me or I found at, thrift stores and such, and I sand them all down, get them ready, and paint them up, do little projects. I like to stay busy. I love to hang out with my family, play games, be outside, typical kind of stuff. So, do you have, all right, the question is this. I have it printed out on a piece of paper over here. Do you have any dependents, children, pets, so on, and why? It says why plants. So yes, I do. I live with my fiance Tom and our daughter, who's 4. She keeps us busy. We have 2 cats. Chopper, who is like going on 18 years old. He might even already be 19. I'm not sure. That cat has been in Tom's life for a very long time. And then we have Houdini, who this Christmas he will be 2, and he's wild. You see him often. And then we have my keeper boy. I've had him since 2012. He's my little bubs. He's my best friend. And then what else do we have? We have 2 fish. And why plants? Because they're quiet and they're beautiful and they give me a peace of mind. So, next question. Oh, I should probably start potting up plants. So here I have an acacia. It needs a bigger pot. I am going to, I think I'm gonna put it in this terracotta pot. Why not? It's here. So next question. All right, what is your plant origin story? All right, I thought about this long and hard and debated on talking about it, but I'm gonna try and keep it real. So my outdoor gardening origin story is definitely from, being around my grandparents and being around my own parents. Grandma and grandpa always had lots of flowers outdoors, lots of flower beds, and their garden. Now at home with my parents, it was more of a sustainability thing. We had a huge garden. I ate so many potatoes, dug up and planted so many darn potatoes, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts. I like them now, hated them as a kid. And they would put us to work in the garden in the summer. We helped out, and we had this old water pump that smelled like rotten egg water that we would pump to water the garden because we didn't have a hose there. And we didn't like it, so I didn't like it so much then, but I really appreciate it now, and I'm glad I learned all that I did from them when I was young. But my indoor houseplant origin story kind of started right after I had my daughter. So I had my daughter And when she was 6 months old, my parents told me that they were getting a divorce. Well, growing up, I always thought that they should get a divorce, and they never did. And I kind of always knew that that was a huge possibility, and a possibility that would even be for the better. But being an adult child of divorce was still not easy. Well, I was a brand new mom, just turned 24. My parents are going through a divorce. You know, I have my first child, and now grandma and grandpa are getting a divorce. And it's definitely not easy when one or both of the parents kind of put the kids in the middle. And me being the oldest, that kind of happened. Well, I turned to plants. I started watching a lot of videos on YouTube, kind of just to detach from life. And it was so interesting, so relaxing, and totally put my mind at ease. And then I started buying plants, and I totally know it was a form of coping. But now it's really turned into something that I truly enjoy. And it was definitely a solace for me. I was a new mom, being, you know, totally on my own. I was 24, old enough, and I didn't have anything that was mine anymore. I felt like I didn't have anything that was mine. And I just turned to plants, and they kind of became my thing. They brought comfort to me when I was just overwhelmed, and plants are quiet. And I felt like everything was so loud. And thank you, plants. Thank you. All right, let's get on to something a little more light. What's the next question? Why did you start a YouTube channel about plants? So my fiance and all my other close friends didn't have to be annoyed with me anymore. Yeah, I started getting a little, you know, crazy with it. My ADHD took over or something, and I had to have them. I wanted to learn. I was like a sucker for information. Like, what can I learn this week? And it was so much fun. So why not share it with the world of people who also enjoy plants? And why not give yourself a creative outlet? That was since my professional adult career. I mean, I worked in childcare before I went to corrections. And childcare is a good outlet if you're a creative individual, because you can do some fun things in a classroom. And I wanted a creative outlet for myself. So YouTube is definitely a good outlet, and I get to talk about something that's super fun to me and that I enjoy. So that's why I did it. Talk a bit about your first video. All right, my first video was from, what was it from? It was an unboxing video. I did an unboxing, I believe, from Plants in Pampering. Check them out, pretty cool place. And I was really nervous. It probably is not the best video, definitely not the best quality. I still film on my phone. I was filming on my phone then. I'm still filming on my phone right now. I probably will be for a while. I don't know if I would know how to work a camera, to be honest, at least not properly. So yeah, it was an unboxing. I can't remember what plants I got. I'd have to go back and check. If you're interested, go watch it. It's pretty awful. All right, next question. What is your philosophy on buying plants? What is your philosophy on buying plants? All right, my philosophy is if you like the plant and it makes you happy, buy it. Buy the plant, eat the cake, ride that roller coaster, whatever. Life's too short, buy the plant. No, I mean, if you're like going through this weird thing where you have to have all the plants and you want the most expensive plant, if you don't have the money for it, maybe don't get that plant or save up for that plant. But who am I to judge? You do you. If you want that thing, you get it. As long as there's no shady dealings behind it, go for it. Next question. What is your favorite part about having and keeping plants? Watching them grow, experimenting with new things. I think something I enjoy doing is propagating trying different methods, moving your plants around. It's like the simplest thing to do, but there's like science behind it, you know, and like, oh my gosh, my plant's suffering, I need to fix it. And you move it to an east facing window and it's doing great. And it's just kind of cool to compare, like, oh, it really stunk over here in my west facing window, but this east facing window's killing it, you know? I just think that's fun. What else? Propagating, watching the root growth is fun. Or something that doesn't happen to me often, another thing I love about keeping plants is like the mystery, like, oh, why won't this sucker flower? And then finally, you know, when you're not paying attention, you're not worrying about it so much, like you finally get that new leaf or that flower or that wow moment that you've been looking for. So, which is confirmation that you're doing something right. So I do enjoy that. I really enjoy propagating and sharing my plants. That's always fun. When people come over and are like, whoa, you have so many plants. What's this? What's that? I enjoy getting to, you know, tell new people about it. Some people, when they see my house, are like, whoa. And then other people are like, whoa, what's this? What's that? So it's always fun. All right. What is your favorite genus or genuses currently? I love epipremnum. I love any type of aroid, really. Everyone loves the philodendrons, let's be honest. I do love them. They're very easy to take care of, so that's always great. I really like ficus. That's kind of fun fact about me. I really enjoy ficus. As of lately, I think they're interesting to watch grow. But definitely epipremnum and philodendron, like any aroid syngoniums are great. I do enjoy marantas and types of prayer plants. It's hard for me to choose. I'll tell you which ones I don't like. Is that a question on there? Don't really care for croton. Is that a genus? Throw that out there. Next question. How good is your space or house for plants? I would say it's pretty good. The only side of my house I do not have windows. I do not have any west-facing windows in my house. Well, no, I have 0 west-facing windows in my home, but that's all right. My south-facing window does great. It's right over there. I have a big north-facing window in our den that does pretty well. My bedroom and my plant room gets really decent light. And I think my space, I do have dark spots in my house, but you guys, you can get really creative with lighting and make it work. I mean, obviously during the winter months, things are gonna grow slower. Everything isn't gonna be thriving all at once. Certain plants do better certain times of the year, so on. But you can get pretty creative and just continuously rotate and move things around. I like to do that. If I don't have a good space for a plant, I'll make sure I move it every so often or more frequently than I would a different plant. So I would say my space is it's adequate, and you can always make it better. This pot job does not look good. All right, next question. How do your housemates respond to your plants? Ooh. My daughter loves it. She said the cutest thing the other day. We were doing this thing for school, answering questions, and one of the questions was, what's your favorite thing to do? And she said, play Barbies and help mom with her plants. So that was cute. I'm like, oh. At first, my fiance was like, gosh, why are you buying so many plants? You know, this has been going on for a while now, and kind of concerned about it. But then he saw how much I was enjoying it and how much it really made me happy and how fun it was for me. And he's getting into it now. He just bought me 2 plants. I don't know, he's on a kick. He admitted to me that he was looking at plants and said, I just started looking, and the next thing I know, I was on my phone looking at plants for almost an hour, all on his own, not prompted, just looking. He's like, I think they're so cool. So he might be getting into it now. I don't know. I will let you know if he's like going down the plant rabbit hole, because he just might be, which I'm not mad about it. Couples who plant together stay together. Not just kidding. Maybe. And as for my animals, Kiefer doesn't bother them. The cats typically don't. Houdini may or may not knock a plant over every once in a while trying to be up in the window or something. But, and like spider plants, both of my cats will eat. But besides that, they usually don't bug them. Chopper, who does nothing, he's pretty good, chewed on my Syngonium chiapens not that long ago, which was very discouraging. Because that's an awesome plant. It was growing so well. And that's just very unlike him, so that was weird. But for the most part, they don't bug him. All right, and last question. What are you looking forward to the most as a plant parent? Getting a Hoya to flower. Lame, I know. I really enjoy propagating and giving my plants away or selling plants, and just the process that goes into it, and watching them from something super duper small get to something that is a little bit more substantial. It's just so intriguing to me. I'm really boring. This boring information is fun to me. So I would like to, you know, sell at the farmer's market in the future, or, you know, do something a little extra with it. So that is one thing that I'm looking forward to, is just doing a little bit more for my community locally and being more a part of the community online as well. Because you learn so much from so many people, and it's so interesting how the plants I have here in my home in Michigan do compared to the homes in Florida or even in Arizona where it's really dry. Or I look forward to expanding my channel, reaching out to the plant community more, and making new friends. It's fun. So that is my get to know me questions. I would like to tag a few people. Would like to tag Allie at Allie's Plants, Jaclynn at Jaclynn's Jungle, Alex over at Beantown Houseplants, and Lindsey at Just Uno Moss. These are some people that when I first started making my videos, or when I first started watching YouTube for some of these channels, I always watched, and they really inspired me to create my own channel. So give those individuals a look if you haven't heard of them. Their channels are really fantastic, and I think you'll like them. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.